So Bancorv version 2, hot topic. The community call went really good today. So shout out the entire Bancor team, Nate, Ayal, Bob, Yudi, Asaf, everybody. I think the community call went really great. I think the way they explained it was very clear and the message definitely got across. Bancorv version 2 is going to be all about medium, large size tokens and eliminating things like impermanent loss, eliminating things like single token, enabling single token asset exposure and liquidity amplification. They really took very complex and not easy to understand concepts, and I feel like did a really good job in conveying them so that somebody like myself could easily follow along and understand what was going on. So if you haven't watched that video, I definitely recommend you do it. It's on the main Bancor channel, so definitely go ahead and check that out. But they go into how the chainlink oracle works. They go into the reserves, right? So now they split the token reserves into two pieces. This helps with single token asset exposure, and it also helps them to eliminate impermanent loss. They also go into the formula they have, the new math formula, which is going to help with liquidity amplification, math, the fun stuff. And they pretty much break it down in a very easy way. So I definitely recommend you go check out that video. 10:30 Eastern time, they're going to be doing a AMA, Ask Me Anything with Chainlink tomorrow. And I think that should be equally, if not even more exciting than what we had today. It looks like people are starting to finally get the message as far as what Bancorv2 plans to do. Because when I tell you it's Bancorv2 is a whole different type of beast. And what you have to understand, Bancorv1, Bancor was the original creator of the automated market maker back in 2017. And when they designed the first automated market maker was designed to give liquidity to the long tail of tokens. So tokens that were small and not really big enough to get listed on exchange. That's what the original automated market maker was created for. It wasn't till later that they accidentally kind of stumbled into this idea of having liquidity pools that we can see now are taking shape to completely take over the decentralized liquidity market, or the DEX market. So it's absolutely incredible that, they found this genius innovation in two ways, really. So now V1 can really focus on providing liquidity for the long tail of tokens with platforms like DWeb, where anybody can create a personal token. And V2 can really focus, with the help of Chainlink, on providing liquidity to medium and large size assets. And it really should take over the market. Like I said, Bancorv2 is a completely different type of beast. It's eliminating the main problems that automated market makers have had up until this point. So we're finally going to get to see what it means for, automated decentralized liquidity that's not restrained by things like impermanent loss, things like having to have double token asset exposure. And we're going to get to see, I think, for the first time, we're going to see a massive FOMO into the BNT community, into the Bancor community. Everybody's going to want to buy BNT. Everybody's going to want to stake inside these pools. Everybody's going to want to make sure that they have liquidity, and pretty much BNT is going to act as bandwidth to the rest of the liquidity network. So everybody's going to want to make sure they have high bandwidth when it comes to the network. It's just like having a fast internet connection, right? We've talked about this before. Web 3.0 is the internet of value. So you need liquidity in order to enable that internet of value, and everybody's going to want to have high liquidity if possible. And one easy way to get it is going to be to buy BNT and stake it to the network. So I do think there's going to be a massive FOMO into the BNT token. So the appreciation we are seeing, I think, is just the beginning. I think it's going to continue to rally, especially as Bancor releases the DAO and the staking rewards. We saw what happened with synthetics. I think it's only a matter of time before that Very same thing happens to the Bancor ecosystem, right, guys? This stuff is not complicated. It's literally cut, copy, paste. And with the Bancor ecosystem, I think it's going to be 3, 4, 5 times as more powerful, because we're talking about liquidity, which is something that has been plaguing the crypto ecosystem since the beginning of its inception, right? Since Bitcoin, there's always been a need for decentralized exchange. And now with Bancorv2, we finally have a product that can truly compete in terms of liquidity with centralized exchanges. Now, all we have to do from here is use products like EOS and Liquid apps to make it scalable and take us out of the dial-up phase. Continue to upgrade the UX and the feel of the product, but as far as a liquidity standpoint, we should finally be able to compete in the decentralized ecosystem. So I think this is a big win for decentralized exchange as a whole. I look forward to seeing all the people who want to participate in the ecosystem, and I think this is what we needed to attract the retail interest that we have been waiting for. So like I said, guys, I think this is just the beginning. If you're as excited as me, definitely make sure to tune in tomorrow for the Ask Me Anything with the Chainlink community, so they can further go into detail about this product, which is Bancorv2.